Everyone, we begin tonight keeping him honest with a claim that Mitt Romney is making about his record and what the record really shows. He made it today at the Conservative Political Action Committee convention in Washington, CPAC, where Gingrich and Santorum have also spoken. Our question tonight, is Governor Romney trying to rewrite his own political history? Here's what Romney said today.
I fought against long odds in a deep blue state, but I was a severely conservative Republican governor. I understand that the battles we as conservatives must fight because I have been on the front lines.
He says he was a severely conservative Republican governor of Massachusetts. He also said he knows conservatism because he's lived it, vowed to repeal President Obama's Health Care Reform Act, defend traditional marriage, and defund Planned Parenthood. That's his position today. Now, agree or disagree, it's, to use his own words, severely conservative. But keeping him honest, severely conservative doesn't exactly describe his time as governor of Massachusetts. And it certainly doesn't jibe with how he himself was describing himself when he was running for that job. This is Mitt Romney back in 2002 when he himself was running for governor.
I think people recognize that I'm not a partisan Republican, that I'm someone who is moderate and that my views are progressive.
Not a partisan, moderate, with progressive views. Here he is in a campaign debate volunteering his moderate, even liberal position on abortion rights.
Shannon snuck a little extra point in there that I want to address, and that is with regards to my views with regards to protecting a woman's right to choose. And I've been very clear on that. I will preserve and protect a woman's right to choose, and am devoted and dedicated to honoring my word in that regard. I will not change any provisions of Massachusetts' pro-choice laws.
Mitt Romney 10 years ago outlining a position on abortion. Now, whether you agree with it or not, that's a very far cry from severely conservative, you could argue. The difference between then and now is consistency. He was saying then what he'd been saying back in 1994 when he was running for the U.S. Senate against Ted Kennedy as a progressive Republican.
I believe that abortion should be safe and legal in this country. I have since the time that my mom took that position when she ran in 1970 as a U.S. Senate candidate. I believe that since Roe v. Wade has been the law for 20 years, that we should sustain and support it. I was an independent during the time of Reagan-Bush. I'm not trying to return to Reagan-Bush.
Back then, Mr. Romney also promised to fight for, quote, full equality for America's gay and lesbian citizens. That's from a letter to the Log Cabin Republicans. Quote, I'm with you on this stuff, he wrote. I'll be better than Ted Kennedy. So when he said in 2002 he was a moderate with progressive views, people had reason to believe him. Once elected, he also signed a ban on assault weapons. That was in 2004. He later signed a health care reform law that's almost identical to President Obama's. It is true that late in his term, he moved significantly to the right on gun control, same-sex marriage, birth control, and more. But even then, the right didn't really see him as all that conservative. In 2006, when the strongly conservative political magazine Human Events put out their choice of the 10 most conservative governors, Mitt Romney didn't even make the list. Clearly, Governor Romney's views have changed over the years, and you can agree or disagree with how they've changed. That's not really the issue. The issue tonight is a candidate seeming to rewrite his past so he can look better